When this goes online or whatever it is, it really matters, and it like really doesn't matter. What matters is, you know, the people who are sparked by it, and the people who are like offended by it. It doesn't fucking matter. Fuck you, you know, like, because it's about motivating the doers. And anyone that wants to sit around and talk shit, they're taking too much time talking shit about it instead of getting up off their ass and following their dreams. Because I'm here to follow my dreams, you know, and help other people follow their dreams and inspire people who are dreamers.
Kanye got the type of arrogance and ego that it point out flaws in your shit. If you uncomfortable about yourself, you gonna be mad at Kanye. If you uncomfortable within yourself and not comfortable with the type of person you are, when you see him on his shit, it's gonna make you mad because it makes you feel bad about yourself. Because you wish that you could be that passionate about anything in your life. You see that and you like, I wish I could be that passionate, but I can't because I'm just a sucker.
I always felt like I could do anything. That's the main thing people are controlled by. Thoughts, their perception of themselves. They're slowed down by their perception of themselves. If you're taught you can't do anything, you won't do anything. I was taught I could do everything. And I'm Kanye West at age 36. So just watch the next 10 years. One thing I want to express to people also, people think a lot of my motivation is very like megalomaniac and self-oriented. To the contrary, completely. I just want to help. From day one, I just wanted to help.
It's crazy that we live in a world that if you're super positive and super creative, that it's scary. So what does that tell you about the mentality of most people? If you're scared of like positivity and creativity, like I have no intent to do anything negative to anyone. I only want, you know, more positive things to happen.
The codes of that. Go listen to all my music. It's the codes of self-esteem. It's the codes of who you are. If you're a Kanye West fan, you're not a fan of me, you're a fan of yourself. You will believe in yourself. I'm just the espresso. I'm just a shot in the morning to get you going. They say people don't stand up and protect their dreams. People are too scared of getting, you know, spoofed in a way. And the irony of it is so many people that are creatives, think about a creative person in school. When you picture them, you probably picture them all the way in the back of class, sketching or maybe getting beat up. And I'm the one creative, and this is the reason why I went on stage. This is the reason why I did this, because creatives have got beat up my entire life. And there's moments where I stood up to drug dealers in Chicago and said, you can't have my publishing, come and kill me. Do whatever you're gonna do, but you're not going to bully me. You're not gonna stop me, because my mother made me believe in myself. No matter how many people tell me, stop believing in yourself. Stop saying what you can do. Stop affirming what you're gonna do and then completing that in real life. That's the improper way to do it. I refuse to follow those rules that society has set up in the way that they control people with low self-esteem, with improper information, with branding, with marketing. I refuse to follow those rules. It's about truth. It's about information. It's about awesomeness. And the only luxury is time, the time you spend with your family. That's the only luxury. So this concept of luxury is improper to me. Hello, I'm not in a competition with anyone. None of us will be remembered. You know, our existence as a race, humanity, period, is a blip, a millisecond of our life in the entire scope of the universe. All these walls that keep us from loving each other as like one family, as one race, you know, racism, religion, you know, where we grew up, you know, whatever it is, class, social, and economics, you know, all this. What makes us like be so selfish, prideful? What makes us not want to help the next man? What makes us, you know, be so focused on a personal legacy as opposed to an entire legacy of a race? You know, like the dinosaurs aren't remembered for much more than their bones. You know, so for when humanity's gone, you know, what do we give to even this little planet, you know, that we're on? And what could we do collectively? Like removing the pride. It is the glass shattering of the class system, which is the new racism. Class is the new way to discriminate against people, to hold people down, to hold people in their place based on where their kids go to school, how much money they make, what they drive, where they live, and what type of clothes they have, and how much they have in their account for, retirement. To somehow say that this person right here means more than this person. Like, I know I tweeted, Black Lives Matter, but, all lives matter. Like, my doorman is more important to me than any head of any company. He keeps us safe. My driver keeps us safe and goes to work every day. The guy painting the windows, at the house, when we changed them from white to chocolate brown, or, what the architect suggested. He is just as important as anyone else that walks in that house and grabs a glass of champagne. It's no more of this separation of where you came from, your race, finance background, education, talent level, beauty, whatever it is that people use to separate. Fusion is the future, period. The mixing of ideas, the mixing of the two lunch tables working together, humanity, period, man. We're one people. Exclusivity is the new N word. Not nigga. Exclusivity. Am I saying the word right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is the new N word. Because nothing should be exclusive. Everyone should have an opportunity to drink from the same fountain. The idea of exclusivity is a new colored people fountain concept. And saying we're gonna overcharge sneaker culture guys to, drink at the right fountain. We have to reboot our mentality, period, of a generation. It wouldn't even matter if I sold one sweatshirt, as long as this interview gets done and kids hear this and know this, and someone in a position of power or someone that would be in a position of power in the future has a chance to make a difference, and that they saw that someone who was at their lowest point, grabbing at straws, expressed themselves freely and overcame it through all adversity. All adversity means that they can do the same thing. I could be vilified or misunderstood, and like I said, I didn't come here to be liked. I came here to make a difference. Not particularly just this interview. I'm talking about life. Some people's job, they're very extremely likable, and I think I could figure that out. I think I'm way nicer to people just in general. Everyone that I meet, I'm extremely nice. But as soon as people start playing games, I stop playing games. And at any moment, I can hit that yay button, and we can go right back to day one. Because people be forgetting, though. You know what I'm saying? They be forgetting real quick. So, but it's all love and great energy and positive energy. I got scared of the idea. Someone call you crazy so many times you start to believe it. And I almost got scared of the idea of like going crazy in some way, but I wasn't going crazy. I was like the only person that wasn't crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I stand there and I just look like, is anyone else here seeing what I'm seeing? None of you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, or it's just like your Maybach in your house is like that important that you won't move at all.
It's distractions.
That you won't say anything at all in risk of losing something.
Right.
You won't say anything on anyone's behalf at this point. So if you have that ability to do that, to see that, that Walt Disney ability in some way, you have to apply it. None of this was about me having like a bigger house, a faster Lamborghini. Like, it wasn't about that. It was about these kids having a moment to be themselves, to be a stronger version, of themselves. I make this stuff to empower people. I feel like it's so many things that are made to, to wear the people as opposed to the people wearing it. And I asked my assistant one time, I was like, how do these clothes make you feel? She said, I feel powerful. And that's our main goal. As the song says, no one man should have all that power. No one man should have it. Everyone should have it. How about us as a people? We can't do it on our own.
That's true.
We have to. We have to understand that we're not each other's enemy. We have to stop discriminating against each other due to class and due to race and due to location or financial, position. We have to say, wow, that is the best version. Let's use it. Let's bring it to light. Let's move forward. Let's push forward as a civilization. Because we're so jacked up on our own egos and so misguided by mainstream, marketing, we don't know what the fuck is real. We'd be apt to get into a fight this quick for the dumbest reason. Definitely something that's like racially, this or gender set, it's like, it's like we're pitted against each other. We're mentally not in a place to be accepting, to not be jealous, and that part of that jealousy and that frustration that goes across an entire globe is due to some of these other high corporation level limitations. Everybody is being served the nasty lunch food. And like, you heard the word minimalism a lot on this project. Even this, it's like, you give us what you need, may not be what you want. You give us what we need to proceed. No, I don't expect to be understood at all.
Okay.
But I don't expect to be, I think that there's people who are wired by their parents to understand what I'm saying.
Sure.
And there's people who are wired by their parents to reject what I'm saying.
So many people are just so fucking obvious. They don't even realize that when they box me in or try to verbally put me in some type of box or put Donda in a box, that they're really showing their level of ignorance. They're putting themselves in a box. And, people can write all they want, but what are people doing? And if there's anybody that's out there doing, they know how hard it is to actually do. And I'm like a motivation of the doers. If everything I did failed, which it doesn't, it actually succeeds. But if everything I did failed, just the fact that I'm willing to fail is an inspiration. People are so scared to lose that they don't even try. Like, one thing that people can't say is they can't say, I'm not trying. And I'm not trying my hardest, and I'm not trying to do it the best way that I know how with what little information I get.
I take things that people look at as a negative as an inspiration to do something better. I think there's school teachers that are the exact same mission as me. I think there's police officers with the exact same mission as me. Just help. Just do everything you got, give everything you got. And, our focus needs to be less about what our legacy is gonna be or how we're gonna control each other, but more how we can give to each other. Every time I say something that's extremely truthful out loud, it literally breaks the internet. So what are we getting all of the rest of the time?
As I lay me down to sleep, I hear her speak to me.
I don't care about having a legacy. I don't care about being remembered. The most important thing to me is, like, while I'm here, while we're having fun, while we're going to sleep and breathing oxygen and living life and falling in love and having pain and having joy, is like, what can I do? What can I do with my voice? What can we do for each other to make life easier, make life doper for our kids, as they grow? We were born into a broken world, and we're like the cleanup crew. As creative people who dedicate their entire life to making something better for the world. Let me explain what anybody that knows an artist, and someone that's giving that, if you know an artist, there's only one thing you can say, give, or ask them when you see them. There are two words: thank you. There's no, why didn't you do this? Yo, I want that. What's up? No, we dedicate our entire life to making our current time and civilization better, to adding something to the culture. And there is only 2 words that you can say. Thank you.
Let's have a toast for the douchebags. Let's have a toast for the assholes. Let's have a toast for the scumbags. Every one of them that I know. Let's have a toast for
The one thing I want to say is people say I'm a hypocrite, right?
Some.
People say that, right?
Some.
Yes, I am. 100%. I'm a human being. I'm super hypocritical. I can feel something one time and completely a different way another time. I do it in the design office. I do it in the studio. I'm super hypocritical. I really love this. I do it when I get dressed. I love this. I hate this. Man, I like saying shit that sounds wrong anyway because, you know, wrong is okay. You know,
It's okay, it's okay. Wrong
We have the right to be wrong sometimes.
Let's have a toast for the douchebags. Let's have a toast for the assholes. Let's have a toast for the scumbags. Every one of them that I know. Let's have a toast for the jerk-offs that'll never take work off. Baby, I got a plan. Run away fast as you can.